All right, what's up, world? It's your boy DJ, man. Excuse me, it's your boy Ken, right here on 409 The Heat Sports. I know that sounded a little funny, how Dustin, but check it out, man. I'm here with my guy Dustin. I got Rob Bass in the building. We're gonna be bringing y'all some sports, man. I guess first off, man, we'll get talking about, how was the day, man? How's the week been so far? Let's start there.
Relaxing. First, what is it, second week of school, so dealing with car
Yeah,
lines and stuff like that. But you know, otherwise, can't complain about it.
for sure. What about you, Rob? I know you've been out there in Lumberton talking with the cheer group and kicking it with the football team, man.
Yeah, man, we've had a very busy week in the athletic world in Lumberton. We've got little league sports, the youth, the junior youth football league. Am I saying that right? Yeah, is really kicked off and they're going strong. They've got four cheer teams
Okay.
that are all practicing and ready to perform for their corresponding football teams, and then they've
Okay.
got, of course, the four. It may be five football teams, and I did coverage on all of them. Did some pictures with them all, and then I did a really cool little interview with one of the head cheer coaches, the head cheer coach for a Lumberton Flag football cheer team.
Okay.
And
Cool.
and then tonight we actually had a big pep rally for the entire uh, the junior league football program. We had people from Kuntz, some folks from Silsby, and of course, all the Lumberton crew for the league showed up tonight, and it was a big turnout. We'll have some coverage to release on that real soon.
Oh man, that's dope. I like it. I love it, man. That's for myself, man. I did some time over at Beaumont United, kicking it with them for a little bit. Got to take a look at some of the players over there, man. A person that really stood out to me was the quarterback. They have an exceptional quarterback, man. This guy comes from Minnesota, and I can't wait to see what he does, man. He plays like someone that has the Vikings in their backyard. Yeah, for real. Like he makes good reads. He's poised under pressure, and he seems to be very accurate, man. So I'm excited about it,
That's awesome.
man.
At that
So
pep rally tonight. Oh, go ahead.
If he
no,
comes to Minnesota, he should have no problem throwing outside.
man, he did some very good. That's what I was looking at. He did some good throwing. I'm thinking you talking throwing outside the number. You talking about throwing
Mm-mm.
outside?
Period.
Yeah,
That
I
wind
got
is
you.
different.
Yeah, I got you. But I thought it was dope that he was able to throw outside the numbers well, man. Right along the sideline and keep the ball where only the receiver could get it. I was paying attention to all that, man. That was some nice accuracy from him, man. So
Did
I
you get
thought
some
that was great.
footage?
And I did. I did. It's on 409 The
Well,
Heat
you're gonna show the
Sports.
world, huh?
It's on 409 The Heat Sports.
Well, talk about it, man. Tell people where to find it.
409 The Heat Sports, man, right there on Facebook and Instagram. You'll see the footage. But we got to talk with Coach Colbert, the head coach over there as well. But man, we're gonna get into our topics, man. So first up, football is back. That's to talk to us about it.
Oh yeah, that time of year is here. Football is back. College football starts tomorrow. High school, I believe, for everybody starts next week, either Thursday or Friday. I think some might even play on Saturday, depending on how that stadium
Yeah.
is set up. And Little League right around the corner, they doing their thing. I got to check middle school. I believe they start next week as well. So they usually Wednesday and Thursday too. So it's about to get a busy time in Texas because
Man,
football
who
is
are
what
you
we do.
excited and looking out for? Who are
Me
you looking out
personally,
for college wise?
college wise, I'm now a Colorado fan, so I'm looking out for them to bounce back from their improvement from 1 win to 4 wins. Hopefully, they keep going better because you get any worse, it ain't gonna work. You ain't gonna keep a job for long in college football.
Yeah.
But overall, I'm just trying to see how this playoff system's gonna work because they finally stopped with the favoritism. They're gonna let 12 teams in, so there's gonna be some
I
strange
think it's going.
matchups.
Yeah, man. I'm excited about it. I think that's going to be great.
I do too, because you could end up with Georgia versus Baylor.
Yeah.
You could have Clemson versus Colorado. You could have freaking Boise State versus somebody. It's gonna get wild. I know the Power Five are automatically gonna get them a bid, depending on their conference win. But it's all the other spots that I'm interested in seeing how they're gonna work out.
Yeah. Yeah, man. And then you get. I think Texas is gonna be in this year. I don't know who else. Penn State. Penn State is gonna do some damage.
If they could bounce back, they had a little rough go at it last season.
Yeah, but I think, man, when it comes to playoff time, I think it's one of those things where if they're in the playoffs, I think they have that little extra fight,
Well, they got a better shot at it this year because Michigan is banned from the playoffs this year.
I know. My boy Harbaugh, when got his championship, he got out of there, left the other guy with the struggle.
He got his championship, got his sanctions, and went to the NFL where they can't punish him.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not mad at him. It's mostly because of bias. If I wasn't a Wolverine fan, I'd be, man, that's horrible.
Man, but that man had a dude sitting on the other team's sideline, relaying plays. I thought the Patriots was bad. This man was above that. He had somebody in disguise sitting in the other team's uniform.
First off, okay, so what happened is he wasn't sitting with the team uniform on. He did what they did. It's called scouting, man. We did it in semi-pro, and I understand you can't do it in college, but
he was scouting in the middle of the game.
Yes, like we used to go to other teams' games, bro, and watch them play. It's a scouting report. You go watch them play, see what they do, see what their habits are, and see what their camaraderie is like. You scope them out.
It's one thing to scout from the stands. He was scouting from behind the coach.
Oh, dang.
Oh. So I'm curious. Are you mad at him or are you jealous of him?
I'm a little both. Because he got away with it for most of the year.
That's what I'm talking about.
But his problem was he kept getting on camera. See, he was too close to the coach where people started noticing the same face behind the coach.
That's what happened to anybody when you're doing wrong, you get careless.
He clearly got careless because he's like, the coach head is here. He right here.
That's crazy.
And they got every angle on camera in the game. Every angle is covered. Something.
Yeah, and it didn't take long. People was like, hey, well, who is that guy right there? He was just at the other game. Yeah. And he was at 3 games before that.
Hey, but did you buy or are you buying the fact that they say that he was a guy that wanted to be a coach for the Wolverines and never really could be a coach for the Wolverines? So he really wasn't associated with the team.
That sounds like some Belichick excuses.
It does, huh?
The water boy really did the stuff, so nobody really to blame. I think he might have wanted to be a coach, and this was his way of possibly sneaking in the back door of being a coach, but he got caught.
Yeah. That sounds about right, man.
Like somebody told him, like, look, man, if you go over there and do this and it works, and if you don't get caught, you're in.
Exactly.
But if you get caught, it's like a secret mission. You're on your own. We don't know nothing about you.
Yeah, we don't know nothing about you, bro.
Yeah. Now all of a sudden he'll doing it on his own and just sending the tape in.
Yeah.
He's like Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible,
Like, come on, man.
Man, but I'm excited to see what Texas is gonna do. I'm excited because I think Ohio, I think they're gonna fall out of the top 10, and that's always exciting.
Can they beat Michigan?
No, not without the route receiver group that they had this past year.
I gotta look at Ohio State because it's like they've been good but not good enough for like the last few years.
Man, this was their chance. This past season was their chance, man, and they didn't do it. So Marvin Harris Jr. is gone. I think the other receiver is gone. Uh, I don't see them really being too much of a challenge.
I think they messed up when they abandoned the run game and just started being wide receiver university.
Well, they had to.
Nah.
They had to. They felt, man, they had to. I'm gonna tell you why. You're not gonna run against that Michigan defense. You see what them boys look like up front.
Cool. But guess what? You still need somebody to get 1 yard when you need 1 yard.
It's hard.
Go get me a lineman that got a little speed on him. I'll hand him the ball.
And then he get hurt. And then what you got?
I got another lineman. I can throw it there.
I don't think they had another lineman that was sufficient enough. Man, you got to
Like
understand. Look, I said this, man. You could go back and look at my Facebook post. I said, as a Cowboy fan, I wish we could draft the whole O-line for Michigan because they mowed some stuff down, bro. Like they were playing grown man ball out there, man.
Look at they big,
Bro. They O-line looked like some people from what is it? Iowa?
Yeah,
Indiana.
That's where the lineman from.
Yeah. They look like they were from Indiana or something, man. Like the Cornhuskers or something, bro.
Yeah, you go up
Nebraska,
there.
That's what it is.
Nebraska, yeah.
Nebraska, Iowa, the Dakotas,
Yeah.
the Minnesotas. That's where you go get your lineman from.
Yeah. Yeah. They've been pushing over cows all their life.
And ain't got nothing else to do but push stuff.
That's it. Yeah, when I seen that, man, I was like, oh yeah, we got us something. And then you had little Blake Quorum in the backfield. I'm like, yeah, we gonna do some damage, man. But moving on to our next topic, bro. Flag football versus NFL, man. What's going on with that?
So what's going on with that is in the next Olympics, since they got rid of breakdancing.
Thank you. That was trash.
Man, you were crying when you heard it was gone.
Who?
Don't act like you ready for it to leave.
I was crying because they brought it in.
I know you were cheering for Australia. I saw you.
Negative, sir.
It was tragic. So with the next Olympics, they're talking about having flag football as an event.
Yeah.
So, but the thing is, the USA already have a flag football league.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the players who most likely are going to be on the team. But then now all of a sudden NFL players like, oh, well, I'll go out there for the team, blah, blah, blah. And so that's rubbing some of the flag football players wrong because they like, well, we built this. So how y'all just going to replace us with some people just off notoriety?
Not only that, I mean, what do you think about the change in athleticism, playing with pads, playing full contact versus playing flag? It's not the same.
No.
I mean, you got to have a whole lot more finesse in the game to play flag. You can't just be brutal and mowing everybody down. That's not the game.
Nope.
It's a whole other strategy. I mean, the pros don't even think like that.
Well, I beg to differ. I think when you're looking at a 7-on-7 flag football, it's skill position. And that's right up skill position alley. They don't really want to get physical anyway. They just want to use speed and agility. And when you look at the Pro Bowl, that's what they play anyway. They play flag football.
Except they don't play good flag football.
Now that's another story.
It look bad. But with the flag football, the dude was saying we don't need NFL players. And he was like, but what got everybody's attention is the quarterback for the USA team said, when it comes to flag football, I'm better than Patrick Mahomes at this. And then people were like, well, Patrick Mahomes could throw, do all this. Yeah, that sounds good. But what Patrick Mahomes don't do very great is throwing the coverage.
That's
and
true.
in flag football, you're always throwing in the coverage.
Yeah, it's just a whole different atmosphere. It's not the same sport. I don't care how you slice it. You might be good for your guys that play strategic positions, like you were saying. But the rest of the team, both lines, are not ready for that.
No.
They're not. They're not thinking about the strategy of grabbing a flag. they're thinking about brutalizing everybody on the field. I mean, that's
in flag football, it's like 3 linemen, and those are linebackers. You don't even need a real line. Like, there's no linemen in flag football. So your linebackers are used to reaching and grabbing.
But the thing is, your O line is also receivers.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So it's like you have it's skill. It's just skill and agility. It's skill, agility, speed. That's it. It's like the power aspect of it is gone. So all your linemen is done away with. All you have is
Everybody
guys.
on the team has to be a strategic thinker.
Yes.
To effectively play flag football at that level. Everybody. You can't have anybody that don't think. And
Yes.
you know how it is, man. A lot of these guys on pro football teams, they play a position where it's not that they can't think, but that position they play doesn't require them to sit there and think about everything they do. You know what I mean?
Well, I tell you what, I think the guys over in flag football is really in a privileged position right now, because you can call out whoever the association is that's over the Olympic game, and let them know, okay, if the NFL players can come on and play with us, and we can play with the NFL players, then maybe we should get paid like NFL players, because I'm quite sure they don't.
Oh. No, they don't.
So
they ain't got the endorsement like NFL. I mean,
exactly.
It's all about advertising dollars, and
So if we can outbeat the NFL players, we can outwork them, outshine them, then shouldn't we get more money?
And you know what else? The longevity of a flag football player would probably be 10 years longer than an NFL player.
Yeah, because they playing on grass.
Yeah, most definitely. Because I've seen players that were too old for pros, but can make it in flag. Like, I know a guy, he played quarterback for PV. He couldn't take a lick no more. Like, he couldn't get hit in the back anymore. Like, that would be like a career ending for him. He'll basically be a paraplegic. What is it called? Paraplegic.
Just say paralyzed, man. He'd be paralyzed. That's good enough.
So that would be the results of it, right? Well, he plays flag football as a quarterback and is doing well with it.
No. But this is my thing, because they all talking about, well, with the NFL, we just as agile as what? Okay, cool. But what you gonna do when you go to pull a flag and this man running full speed, drop to a squat, and never lose momentum?
Yeah.
Because I've seen some things playing flag football, man. That's the only matter of fact. That's the only concussion I've ever had in my life was in flag football.
Running into somebody.
Yeah, because dude, I'm playing safety, the ball up. I'm looking at the ball. Both of us looking at the ball, and we just run into each other. Yeah. I ain't never had that regular football because I had a helmet on.
Yeah. So are they proposing that it be like helmetless, like true flag? Like,
yeah, it's true flag football.
They're gonna be out there dressed like people playing rugby. Nothing. Like that's gonna be fun, man.
And I don't think the NFL is going to allow the players to do it due to their contracts.
No, probably not. In the NFL, I mean, it would be foolish for the NFL themselves to allow them to do it.
Yeah, I think so too.
Because one rolled hamstring, ankle, knee,
career ender, or at least season ender.
I'm gonna say this also. I don't think the USA is guaranteed to be as dominant in flag football as they are in other competition.
I don't disagree, because you got all these other countries out there that specialize in like European football and rugby and stuff like that.
Exactly.
They ain't playing. You know what I mean? Like that, man. I'm gonna tell you something. Them guys on another level playing at rugby, man. That's wild. Yes. And those guys could play flag because they've got all that the thinking and the agility with no pads, and that's all they think. They would be mean playing flag, and they never stop. Like them guys is just like soccer, man. Them guys never stop running. So they got endurance like crazy, like nobody in the NFL.
And the fact that it's a new sport and it's a new sport to the Olympics, and the players would be representing the USA. You're gonna have a bullseye on your back. So
Yeah, you ain't
everybody's
lying.
good. Yeah, you're gonna get everybody's A game.
Oh, you're
And
gonna get
I hope
depending on who wins this election would also determine how much of a bullseye you're gonna have on your back too.
No, they already don't like the USA, so it ain't gonna matter.
Man, I
well,
know it, but I think that's gonna add a little extra momentum or purpose behind it.
I don't know. I think that it would be a blast to watch.
Yeah, most definitely.
I think it would be an amazing opportunity for a lot of athletes from America who would otherwise have no chance at stardom to shine in a way that we've never allowed them to in sports.
'Cause I'm looking at the International Flag Football World Championships the last few years. Look like they stopped due to COVID, and I guess they just starting back. But before COVID, it was a run. Well, from 2002 is when the league started. USA wasn't doing good until about 2010. The men finally won a world championship. And then from 2014, the US men took over. 14, 16, 18, 21, all of them with the championship. The women kicked in 18 and 21. But before that, Austria, Sweden, Mexico, France, Canada, Mexico, Canada. Canada got a little run. They might have some fight power in that Olympics.
Okay.
So if we're going to talk about putting, both genders in there playing flag football, and I'm all for it, why don't we do, lingerie leagues too? I mean,
Hey,
that was fun.
That was a good
That
league
was fun to
on
watch.
TV.
I mean, there was a lot.
Everybody's
I'm tell you something. Go ahead.
Everybody's gonna watch the Brazil game.
I watch it. My wife be in there DVRing it, man. Like, y'all, hey.
Hey, people say what they won't, but them lingerie league games, you'd be mean. Them ladies do not like.
They were serious, man. They were out there for blood, man. They
ran to contact.
I'm not even gonna lie, man. I've honestly never watched one of them.
Oh, I used to be on Spike TV. Whoo.
Look it up, man.
It on
Watch
YouTube.
some.
I seen it on YouTube before, man, but I never just watched it.
They were brutal. And
I don't know. It's just something.
Go ahead.
It's just something about women in lingerie getting hit and hurt. It's like it's not. I don't know, bro. It's like I don't know.
It wasn't really lingerie. It was more you in the bikini, basically. Like
it was like beach volleyball clothes.
Yeah.
It was much like it was actually a lot like the track uniforms that they wore in the Olympics this year.
Yeah, they just got shoulder pads on.
Yeah, and that's exactly right. And they weren't big shoulder pads. It was just, it was like, I don't know, maybe like girls at Hooters, but without the tights.
See, that's how weird I am about things like Hooters. I never liked Hooters. I don't like people that's barely dressed bringing my food to me, bro. It's like,
well, these girls weren't bringing you your food. They were just entertaining you by beating each other up on the football field. So it was okay. They're not trying to make you eat anything. They bring it. They just want you to see, entertaining
see what they're working with.
They just want you to see them stiff arm a chicken to the ground.
And they were doing it too. They weren't out there just to show off their bodies. They were out there playing the game. I mean,
now I have seen some of the highlights from the game. I just never watched like an actual game.
I used to watch him every week.
That was his church. He was religious. Watching.
They had some teams that they was just running through people. They didn't even think to pass the ball. We're gonna run first, second, third, and fourth down.
And they had fans. They had fans that were crazy passionate. Like, I'm talking, man. Like, it was like a religion, like a cult. It was wild.
Yeah.
And
Dustin was in it.
Yeah. Hey, because the thing
He was
is,
out there with his shirt off. He had his body painted. You know,
hey,
like
they brought the fans into the game because I believe one of the rules is if the ball gets near the fans could knock it down.
yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
So they could interfere in the game. So don't throw it near the sidelines.
See, I always thought it would be fun to bring that to Beaumont as an arena sport. You know,
Yeah.
why not?
Because I think in Arena League, you could do that too. You could reach over and hit the ball.
Man, I think that would be dope. It just I don't know. It'll be dope. It'll be dope.
Just they're not gonna serve you food though.
No.
We're gonna
No,
get
they're
there.
not. I know they're not gonna serve me food. Yeah. That's not gonna happen. But moving on. So next up, we got the NIL deal that would have changed college football. What is that about, man?
All right. So there was a former coach for Colorado. I think they replaced him this season. He was there for about a year, maybe 2 years. He was one of the holdovers before Dion took over.
Okay.
And so when the NIL deals struck, he had a wild hair. He was like, hey, the Saudis are trying to get into sports. Why about we see if they want to do an NIL deal with Colorado? He went over there. He sat down with the royal family. He had a deal struck. Colorado is probably going to be the richest team in college football. But Dion and the AD just didn't like the optics of it. So they shut it down.
Yeah.
But could you imagine a college team with NIL deals backed by Saudi oil money?
Bro, they would have tried to lock Dion up.
The dog can't imagine it either.
Yeah, man. They would have tried to lock my guy up, man. They would have locked up Dion and both his sons.
But this is my thing.
And Travis Hunter too.
Hey, they said NIL deals could basically come from anywhere. Why not overseas?
Man, that sound good. But that would never have worked. He would have been gone for life.
Hey, it ain't no different than Nike. The Nike founder telling Oregon they have an unlimited bank account. Whatever you need to pay players, let me know. I'll write a check.
Hey, he come from Oregon, so.
But that's my thing. What's the difference?
They are way overseas.
They ain't way overseas.
It's unpatriotic.
They ain't as far away as people think they are.
That's true. That's true.
They're ready to go to UFC. Took over wrestling.
Yeah.
And they mostly taken over boxing.
You talking about wrestling, like real wrestling, or you talking about the WWE?
WWE.
Oh, okay.
Not collegiate wrestling. That's a whole different bag right there. But they took over that, and I think they got a hand in slap boxing or slap fighting or whatever it's called.
That's a wild sport right there.
Man, I don't get it.
Oh, and golf. They have.
Oh
golf.
Yeah, that's gone. They're sucking players out left and right.
Oh no, they merged. They merged last year. So the PGA and the Saudi tour is one now.
Oh. Well, you know what that means. Crazy. When they say they merged, it means they bought them.
Yeah, they mean they bought them. They just gonna keep the PGA name.
That's
some prince on a yacht somewhere is like, yeah, that's my golf organization.
Hey, but how they working the deals, I love it for golf. Because now, as long as you make the tournament, you get paid good money.
That's right.
Before, the only people that got paid was like the top 10.
So tell me this. If Dion turned it down, do you think another team might pick it up? And if so, who?
You got to have a coach that's willing to step out there. And I don't know too many other ones that have one outside of Dion.
I don't know, man. I think Alabama might.
Nah, that new coach, he too scared of everything. So, because now everybody looking at him because, Nick gone now. So put him on a microscope. If they lose 2 games in a row, he might get fired.
So it's gonna have to be a coach that got some cachet, got some skin in the game
You
already.
gonna have either cachet or you gonna be somebody that you just outside the box. That your AD in college is like, hey, you do whatever you want.
Yeah, I'm trying
Dion
to
get
think.
to do that in Colorado because they won one game.
Man, not only that, you seen what he did for the economics and
Yeah.
the economy in Colorado.
Oh, they bankrolling.
Yes, yeah, the whole city is going up.
The college enrollment is up.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a win-win
So
for Colorado all the way around.
so I love that he turned it down, bro. I think that was smart.
It's different. It's big to be different. That's
Yeah.
all it is.
Yeah, I think he like, man, you know, I'm making what I asked for here. So, you know, let's not push it. Let's
I
keep this
wouldn't have turned
going.
it down.
I know you wouldn't have turned it down. Your,
Lamborghinis for everybody.
your head wrap say you wouldn't have turned it down.
Nope. Would have been out there having a good old time. Because college football hates you already. Let's give them a reason to really hate me.
Yeah, I feel like anybody else could have did it, man, but not Dion. They already trying to get him out of Colorado however they can. Not the people of Colorado,
Oh, it's the
but
media.
yeah,
They just
yo,
don't, because what they don't want, they don't want somebody to be able to skip the line to become a head coach. They want you to spend 10 years as an assistant, work your way up, and finally get to coach some sorry team off the waistline.
yeah,
Nah, man. Sorry,
yeah,
it's 2024. It's a new day. I ain't got a coach for 30 years to be a head coach no more.
yeah. I love that. I love that. I think that's amazing. But I don't know, man. I don't think that was a bad deal. I think that was smart of him. I think that was smart for him, man. But look, we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on, man. We got
Laos.
Noah Lyles being jealous. What you got to say about that, bro? You think he's being jealous?
Yeah, because he finally admitted it. So everybody knows Noah Lyles has been beefing with all the NBA players about being crowned world champions, blah, blah, blah. He's beefing with a couple of NFL players about how fast they are.
I see he
So
was doing it with the cheetah, huh?
yeah, so him and Tyreek, oh, I'm faster than him. Ain't no way he as fast as me. But it boiled down to, I guess he sat down and do an interview with Shannon Sharp. You know, Shannon gonna get the dirt out of anybody.
Yeah.
So he got to the beginning of the problem. What it was is Noah Lyles was asked, because he finally said, do you know what the question was that they asked me?
Mm-hmm.
So he said what the question was. The man asked him, how do you feel about the NBA being crowned the world champs? And when they come back, they had this huge parade, huge thing, all this. But when the Olympians come back, it ain't really no big celebration like that. And he admitted he was jealous of that. Like
Wow.
baseball, football, NBA, they get this huge parade when they come back as champions, even though they didn't go nowhere. But the Olympians, you get a couple people at the airport, your family, and that's it.
Yeah. I mean, he got a point. He got a point, man. Like, you know, but it's like you have a point, but that's the route you chose. You know, it's like that's the route you chose. It's like, yeah, you're right. You're right. I'm definitely not saying that you're wrong. But you knew that before you signed up for it.
But this my thing. That's on whatever his hometown is.
Yeah.
But that's another subject because I seen an interview today of why he don't really have a hometown to throw him a
Yeah.
parade like that. Because I was watching this interview today. Apparently, he grew up in a cult.
What? A cult?
Yes, he grew up in a cult church.
Oh my Lord.
And so I guess when he got about close to teens, his mom wanted to get away from that, so they moved to Florida And come to find out, that church was a cult.
Oh, so she just attracted to cults.
Apparently, she don't know what cults look like because she keep going up.
Have you heard what he actually said though? Have you heard have you read the quote?
Yep.
Truthfully,
he's not wrong.
It was silly to say it in such a flippant way,
yep.
But it wasn't that big of a deal. It really wasn't.
No.
I mean, it just seemed like a whole lot of fuss about such a small thing.
I think what made it a big deal is he kept going.
Well, yeah. But the media provoked him too.
You know they will.
Kept digging.
They love controversy.
And now it's to the point where he can't back down. What's he gonna do? You know?
He could, but I don't see him as a person that would.
No. Now it just keeps him relevant.
True.
He's in our mouths right now.
And he got a new shoe coming out, so I guess he got to get some attention on that.
Well, let him be. He got his fame.
Yeah. But my only problem with the whole thing is no one is technically crowned world champion, no matter what you do. Because Olympians are called Olympians.
Right.
Or gold medalists or whatever medal they won.
Yeah.
Basketball is NBA champs or WNBA champs. Football is NFL champs. The only world champ is wrestling. Is WWE, AEW wrestling. New Japan wrestling. Them the only world champs.
Yeah. But doesn't the soccer thing is called the World Cup?
The one where it's the big league version, not the USA one. That one's called the World Cup though.
And all he said was world champs or what?
No.
That's all he said. Wasn't that big a deal. That's what started the whole thing. I think it's funny. Like, he's got all these people coming back like Kevin Durant. Did you see what Kevin said? Somebody help this brother.
What did Kevin Durant say?
That's what he said. He said, somebody help this brother. Like,
dang. I don't know. I thought it was I don't know. I thought it was kind of. I thought he just did it for headlines, bro.
That's what I think.
Yeah, I thought he just did it
said
to jug at some people.
I don't even think he thought about it that much when he initially did it. I think he just did it lightheartedly in jest. Just kind of, just said it on the fly. It wasn't even something he gave thought to. And then all of a sudden, after it come out his mouth, he couldn't pull it back. It was like a bullet out of a gun, and it just spun out.
But the problem is he didn't back it up.
Right.
You can't go out there talking all that yin yang and then pull up bronze.
Yeah.
You got to at least get silver.
Right.
Now he beat you by cool. You was in bronze, sir. And you barely got that.
Man, but what got it was when he said that he was sick. That's what did it for me, bro. I was like, oh man, come on, man. Not the COVID.
But he act like they don't have cameras at the Olympics.
Right.
We see you jumping around.
Right.
Getting the crowd going, talking trash.
That was crazy. That was crazy, man. Just literally a minute beforehand, everything was all good. You was jumping all up and down. The race started, you going, and then next thing you know, you got COVID.
That COVID.
Oh, he got afterwards.
Yeah, right afterwards.
That's how it has to happen. I'm gonna get COVID right after I lose.
Yeah.
There ain't no better time.
I'm telling you.
And how you gonna prove I didn't have it?
Exactly.
Well, all it was when I was jumping up and down, I was aggravating my symptoms. And I didn't know it was gonna happen. And right in the middle of my run, it all hit me at once.
It all hit you at once, man.
Yeah, that's all it was.
Somebody get beat up out there. That's your go-to story, bro.
Yep. Yeah, man.
Got COVID.
Y'all know that's why I wasn't in the Olympics myself.
Last
I mean,
place.
I was supposed to be there. They were taking me with them.
Yeah.
But, I got COVID. So it is what it is. Can't help it.
Hey, that's like my grandpa told me one time. He say, I could have been an NBA player, but I chose to be a mechanic and stay here talking noise with y'all all day. I was like, what type of stuff is that? Yeah.
But prove it wrong. You can't prove it.
Exactly.
I ain't got the highlight tapes. I don't know.
Right.
So look, man, we got swap the NIL deal. What is going on with that?
All right, so they got a bunch of stuff going on. These NIL deals are getting crazy. So they changed it during the summer, but right before the summer, they had a little loophole in college football to where if a college team runs out of NIL deals, runs out of scholarships, they could basically sign the player to an NIL deal contract to get them on the team.
What?
So what they would do, they would substitute the money you would get in a scholarship for the NIL deal, and you'll technically be a walk-on, but getting the NIL deal money.
Hey, man, you got lawyers and stuff, man. They scour and research just to find loopholes. So I say it's smart. That's business, bro.
Yeah, it's a wild, wild west out there.
Yeah.
That's why I took that Saudi money.
I could dig it.
I think he's putting his application in. That's why he got that thing on his head.
Hey, they know where I stand.
You're throwing it out at them.
I cash all checks.
That's great.
My boy went to the Dubai one time and came back with fine linen and head wraps.
Hey, I lived in Saudi for 2 years. Great food, good sun.
Don't hate on the linen now. I like.
No, this linen with the
no. Yeah, I want me some of those, man.
Pay attention, man. I wear linen almost every day.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm trying to get there.
It's not Egyptian cotton though.
You can have these jeans.
How you know? Prove it. Hey, man, you been looking at my tags?
Nah, I take your word for it, bro.
Back away.
Say back away. So look, man, this is our last one, man. So Tua, not Hawk Tua, just Tua. They say he's soft for going at Brian Flores. What's your thoughts on it, bro?
This is my thing. He was your coach.
Mm-hmm.
You telling me your rookie year, your second year, I think Flores there for his third year. All that was stifled because you had a mean coach. Dude, didn't you just play for Nick Saban?
Yeah.
So help me understand. He broke my confidence. Why he broke confidence? Well, I wasn't getting the job done, so he looked for another quarterback. That's the NFL. That's what they do.
What's crazy is didn't he do that? Didn't he replace Jalen Hurts?
Yeah.
Yeah,
when Hurts wasn't playing good.
Yeah. Exactly. Like, come on, bro. That's
but
crazy.
Apparently, it broke his confidence. It was a negativity because he would tell me that I wasn't playing good, that I sucked out there. Hey, my man, you need a pacifier? Is this not the NFL? Bro, This is your job.
Hold on. You can't, I agree. He need a little wine to go with his cheese, whatever, or cheese to go with his wine. But you can't really say the NFL is not a league of whiners. I mean, you kind of you talked about your boy Brady a minute ago. I mean, I ain't gonna bash Brady a whole lot because he is what he is. Mm-hmm. One of the greatest quarterbacks to ever live.
He greatest. He used to go. I don't even
Coach
like
Peter?
him.
But he whines a little bit. You know what I'm
I
saying?
like.
And look at, I mean, we're just talking about whining, okay? We're comparing people to two. Like, look at Eli Manning. Like, I just look at his face and I hear whining. Like, I'm sorry. I mean, you can hate me all you want to, but tell me I'm wrong.
Have you ever seen him whine?
Have you ever seen him not whine? Just look at it. He's whining just looking at you.
No, man, I hadn't seen him
That
whine.
man is pitiful all the time. He's like, feel sorry for me.
Yeah, he got one of them faces.
Yes.
He got one of the, like I'm with you. He got one of those faces.
And his brother is the man. His brother exudes confidence everywhere he goes.
Except he whined too.
Eli always looks confused.
He does.
He just always look like he don't know whether he coming or going, but he about to give it his best shot. I just never actually heard him whine.
But he always looks like he wants to say, man, why'd you guys do that to me? That's what he looks like to me all the time. Tell me I'm wrong.
He might look that way.
And I know I'm being judgmental and shame on me.
But man, he goes out and ball out. Just ask Brady, who beat him twice in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but what did Eli do outside them Super Bowls?
Got them the 2 Super Bowl wins.
Okay.
Look, you can say what you want about Eli, man. Eli will be trash the whole first half of the season, and then come back and be the undefeated Patriots in the Super Bowl, bro.
Every time.
Every time, it's like I like Eli simply because he's like the most underrated person. It's like you never expect nothing great from Eli because he just looks confused, bro. He looks confused, and then he play confused, and then next thing you know, he just do something miraculous, and it's like how did this happen, bro?
Maybe that's his strategy. Maybe it's all on purpose. Maybe he presents this confused, whiny persona to lull you into not expecting the best.
Didn't we talk about that earlier today?
Yeah.
Exactly. Come on now. That was your advice acted out for you on the big screen, on the big stage.
So maybe that's how he lives.
Maybe that's how he lives, bro.
But
whatever
you know what?
it is,
You know what plays in my mind when you said that? Y'all remember Mad TV when it lowered expectations? Oh, yeah. That's what that reminds me of, bro. Eli's the man, though. You got to give it to him.
Hey, I give it to Eli's all respect.
He's got my respect as a player. I just wish he didn't look so whiny all the time. That's all.
Man, y'all remember that? Y'all remember that play in the Super Bowl where they spun him around like 7 times and he threw the ball to Plexico Bears? They spun that man, put that man in a do-si-do, whatever they call it. Man, that's hilarious. I'm telling you, only Eli, bro. Only Eli can be spun around like a bottle top and then throw a dog on Hail Mary pass.
Because he didn't know
26 seconds left on the clock.
Oh, wait. One of your boys was one of the whiniest in the NFL.
Who?
You said you was a Cowboy fan, right?
Troy?
Yeah.
No, hold on. We're going to get him with this. You remember there was a guy. Hold on. It's going to come to you. He was tall. He was dark. He wore a lot of jewelry. Gold jewelry. He was a wide receiver.
You can't be talking about Michael Irvin.
No.
We're talking about Dez.
Oh, you talking about Dez?
Come on.
Dez Bryant?
Was he whiny?
Bro, I was never a Dez Bryant fan.
Oh, okay.
Never. I hated the fact that he wore it, number 88.
Okay.
Hey, Dez is a beast.
Man, I thought Dez could have had number 80.
What did you say he was?
Dez was a beast.
Oh, beast. I didn't know. I thought I might have heard another B word come out.
Dez was a beast.
When he was on, he was on. I'm going to give you like this. Miriam Barber was a beast.
Yes. Yeah. Facts.
Dez was unpredictable. You didn't know what you were going to get, whether he was going to be on or off.
But that was Romo's fault.
Oh, here we go.
Hey, Romo picks too.
Now I'm going to tell the truth. Romo was one of the whiniest Cowboy quarterbacks I ever seen. He even stayed whiny when they put him in the booth. Man, he never stopped whining. He's winding on a commercial somewhere trying to sell Coronas.
Man, look, Romo.
So is Eli.
I hated Romo as a quarterback, bro. We played. I don't know if y'all remember this, man, but the Cowboys played Peyton Manning and the Broncos on Monday Night Football. This is when Peyton Manning had threw for like 49 touchdowns in the season. And I'm talking about they come in and they on fire. I didn't even watch the game, man, because I just knew they were about to just kill the Cowboys. I clicked it on in the fourth quarter, and we tied up. Cowboys got the ball, and we're like inside the red zone. And I'm like, we could actually win this. I'm like,
you should have never turned it on. You know what's going to happen.
I'm like, come on, Romo. Don't mess this up for us, bro. What'd he do? Throw a dog on pick six, bro. How? How, man? Like,
but you knew it was coming.
Only Romo. Only
you
Romo could go back
in the fourth quarter every time.
Listen to me. Romo could throw 2 touchdowns and 2 interceptions for 6 games straight. Get in the game with a doggone Peyton Manning, one of the best quarterbacks ever in life, and go touchdown for touchdown with this guy into the last doggone quarter with 1 minute left, and then throw a pick six. He ain't threw an interception all game. 6 touchdowns, and then you throw an interception. Like, why, bro?
You want to know why?
Why?
Darrelle Reeves broke it down. He was like, if you pay attention, Dallas coaches want Romo to be the hero.
Yes.
So he knew after so long, they was done running the ball.
Yeah.
They was gonna pass, and pass. And if you go back, what was it? I think when Reeves with the Jets and he picked the ball off to end the game, he said from what Dez lined up, I already knew he was either running an out or a comeback route. And I knew Romo was gonna throw it. Because they had ran 2 plays earlier, so he knew
it's coming.
3 passes was coming.
Yeah.
So he said he set on that route because he was like, they barely throw go routes to Dez.
Yeah.
It's either out, a comeback, or something in. So he planted his foot and drove.
And took a risk and won.
Because he knew it was coming.
I'm going to dispute you just a little bit on something you said, just a little bit minor detail. You said the coaches wanted Romo to be the hero. I think it was from up in the owner's box that wanted
Romo
to be the hero. I don't think the real coaches down on the field had nothing to do with
it. That is the head coach.
Yeah. They're just there to facilitate and manage. That's it.
And the way it looked to me, now I could be wrong. I'm not a pro, but the way it looked to me was Uncle Jerry said,
Papa Jerry. He said, Tony, I bless you. It's your team. And that was it. The coaches really didn't it was his team in the moment. And he proved it over and over again. And it didn't matter what everybody else wanted to do. We never know what they wanted to do because it wasn't up to them.
Nope.
So, man, but what I wanted to say about Dez Bryant, Dez was a good receiver. He should have had the number 83, 84, something like that, because he was a good possession receiver. So if you need a third down, you could throw Dez the ball. He got strong hands. He gonna catch the ball. I don't see him going up the field. He just gonna catch the ball and then that's that. That was it.
He got too much fame too quick, and he didn't have discipline. That's at least the way it looked to me. I mean, like I said, I'm no pro, I'm no coach, but it looked to me like his head swole faster than his career.
No, I think the coaches just sucked.
I think so too. I think that's what it is.
If you go back and look at Dez at Oklahoma State, he ran go routes, he ran post, and he got past people that ran 4-3.
Yeah.
So why he can't do it in the league?
Exactly.
Well, I see your point.
It's just the fact, it's like they got stuck on, okay, cool. Dez, you go on this side of the field, you go run these certain routes.
Every time.
Witten, you go in the middle, you run these certain routes. Whatever fast receiver we got, you go on the other side, run these certain routes. That way, no matter what, Tony Romo know what one of y'all at.
Right.
Yeah.
And he just throw it. Because you can't tell me half them passes didn't look like he had his eyes closed.
For real.
I think he closed them on purpose.
Yeah. Yeah. Man, but Jason Witten saved the Cowboys a lot, bro. Jason Witten is one of the best tight ends we've had,
that's
man.
a beast.
Besides Jay. Yes.
I don't care what anybody says. That's a beast, and he was one of the most loyal players ever in the NFL. Ever.
I still don't know how his slow butt kept getting open.
I know it.
Isn't that crazy? Like, how could he be uncovered? How could you leave? How could any team playing against the Cowboys leave Jason Witten open at all, ever?
I think it's the fact that he was so slow. It just seems so unorthodox, man, that it was just hard to look. Yeah, exactly.
He walked. One of those. They ran past him. I was like, "Oh crap, he ain't here."
Straight up, man.
And like just Michael standing there with his arms folded, like, "Go ahead."
Yeah. I don't know if it was an actual late release, and it was planned to be a late release, or he was just that slow. But he was just always off the ball after everybody else, man. Everybody, the linebackers playing their zones, and then next thing you know, he right underneath the zone on an out.
But he's been that way. Look at how many years he was that way. I mean, it wasn't that. If it was just because he was slow, it would have been a recent development later in his career.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't always that slow. But he was always late getting off.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I was a Witten fan early. And it didn't slow down all that much. It looked more like strategy.
Yeah. And
it could have been.
Witten, I think the only tight end we had that was better than Witten was Jay Novacek. You know, I think he's number one, and then Witten got to be number two.
I give you that.
Well, what Witten had better than him was his ability to play beyond the play. He could see what was coming strategically. Mm-hmm. Like, he could play them goofy little trick plays. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I enjoyed watching Witten play.
Me too.
I really did. That man had ball intelligence, which is not something that everybody has, you know.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you, man. I'm with you. I'm just thinking back, looking at that roster, man, from when Novacek was playing. It was hard for a linebacker because you got Novacek and then you got Darryl Johnson, Moose, coming out the backfield. That's almost like having two tight ends or two fullbacks, however you want to look at it. Yeah. But that's hard for them linebackers to keep up with when you got Emmett and then you got two receivers that's going full speed too. So that's a lot on the defense. That's a strain.
Speaking of all that talent, that's why Tua has no more excuses.
I'm with you.
Because you got the cheetah.
Yeah.
Who runs a 4-3, 4-2. You got Weddle, who runs a 4-3, 4-2. You got two running backs that run 4-2, 4-3. And you got a good tight end. So now let you to cry about Flores. What's your excuse if you don't win now?
Yeah, for real. For real, because that's a recipe for success right there.
You got the talent. Heck, you could throw 2-yard slants, and they could just run the rest of the time.
Yeah.
They're that fast on offense.
Yeah. And man, what's crazy, you know how much that type of speed opens up for your offense? Because you could have your two backs in the backfield blocking and then send them on a late release or a draw play, something like that. It's like that's hard for a linebacker to be sitting still and then have to catch up with this super fast dude. And they didn't already took the DBs far up the field, the other receivers. Like, that's a lot of room. That's a lot of room.
If you have that much speed, you eliminate half the defenses in the NFL just with speed.
See, I know, like, on defense, we beat speed with numbers. So it's like I'm gonna stretch the play out. We're going sideline to sideline. So I'm using my numbers to make you have to run obstacle course, basically, right? Well, when a offense use their fast receivers to stretch my DBs and have them, they way up the field. Now you just got your linebackers one-on-one. You got to do your job. Mm-hmm. I know because we played a team in Galveston, man. They had a running back that came from the Cleveland Browns. He was on a practice squad. This dude was like a little pinball, man. It's like He was just bouncing off of players and was super fast. And I'm talking about his acceleration was crazy because he can go from sitting still to just taking off like it's nothing. We ain't have nobody on that level, bro. They would kill us, man. I could never do anything. It's two teams that I never beat, man. The Galveston County, whatever they was, and the Texas Red Raiders. Yeah.
But
We could never beat them, man. They were just they just outskilled us.
but that's how it's supposed to be. When you got speed like that, you scheme to hurt the
Yeah.
other team.
Yeah.
So you tell me why Miami had a 4-game lead on the division and ended up in second or third place.
It's a collapse. A collapse somewhere. But
So
it sounds like what Tua said though. It sounds like it was some mental issues there.
But
Sound like a
Flores
loss of
ain't his coach no
confidence.
more. Flores left two seasons ago.
And it happened last year.
Yeah.
Yikes.
You got McDaniels, the offensive guru, as your coach.
I like McDaniels.
Yeah, he do his thing. Now he look like a Cuban drug lord, but hey, it is what it is.
Said by the Taliban sitting over there with.
I know, right? That's how you know who he really is.
Hey, if you look at the picture of him when he first got the job, he looked like he worked at Best Buy. You look at him now, he moving keys.
Yeah. Them checks done cleared, man. That's what that is.
That man got drew his hair. He got a little beard going. He got a tan. Got some shades on.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah, man. But we're gonna go ahead and end it with that, man. I know next week we're gonna try to get out to the football games. Who we got as a game of the week, Dustin? You remember?
No, I do not. Not this
Well,
week.
while you looking at that, you know the junior league starts tomorrow.
That's right. Junior league starts tomorrow. You
They're
know
kicking off. Lumberton's kicking off tomorrow morning at 8:00. Be playing all day.
You know who they playing?
Man, I think it's Nederland, but I'd be lying if I said confidently. I'll know in the morning.
I know you will.
Let me look. I might have it right here. But
I know, man. So rivalry week out here in the Golden Triangle. I know P&G plays Nederland, right? Yeah, P&G plays Nederland. You got Beaumont United. Yeah, you got Beaumont United versus Westbrook. Who does Lumberton play? Oh, Hardin Jefferson. Has that always been a rivalry?
Well, that's it goes. It kind of rotates around. Sometimes we're rivaled with Vider. It depends on what division we're in because we've changed divisions several times in the past few years. Like
gotcha.
we'll be big 4A or we'll be small 5A, and depending on how they cut us, that's who we're mad at. You know, like
gotcha.
You never know. You know, but throughout my life, living in Lumberton now for I don't know, 30-something years. And I've seen it go from Hampshire Finette to Vider to Hardin Jefferson. Those have been always. In fact, at one time it was Silsby. And that kind of made more sense because we're neighbors, you know.
It definitely made more sense when you said it. I was like, "Hey, that's a good rivalry."
Yeah,
that's a good rivalry.
And it may. Who knows? It may happen again. But this year, I am not certain who would be considered our biggest rival. It's got to be HJ.
Yeah. Well, that's who y'all play rivalry week. But August 30th, next Friday, we're going to be covering the Nederland versus Lumberton game.
Mm-hmm.
That's our opening day.
So, yeah.
That's high school opening.
Yeah, so we would definitely see, all you guys out there for that game. We're probably going to go do some live Q&As or something, see if we can talk to some fans, get some interaction, man, going with the people. We want to know what what you guys' thoughts are, and take some photos or something, man. Have some fun.
And on that point, if anybody out there is listening or watching this show and they got a question or a concern or something they want to actually ask of somebody on the field, like that night of the game or leading up to it, let us know. We'll find it. We'll approach the person, the head coach, athletic director. I don't care who it is. If you got a question you want answered or you think that would be good for the public to know the answer to, let us know. We'll get the answer for you.
For sure, man. But that's it, man. We appreciate everybody for tuning in to 409ThaHeat Sports. That's it, man. We will see you guys next week, next Friday, live from the Nederland-Lumberton game. So that's it, man. You have a good one. Y'all got anything to say before we get out of here?
No. Everybody have a good night.
Football's back.
Yes, sir.